I will say Trump actually didn't miss an opportunity to practice a little self-love there during his interview with Chris Wallace. Here he is proudly touting that after a cognitive test, he wasn't immediately carted off to a nursing home.
Let's go down. Joe and I will take a test. Let him take the same test that I took.
Incidentally, I took the test too when I heard that you passed it.
Yeah, how did you do it?
Well, it's not the hardest test.
No, but
there's a picture and it says, what's that? And it's an elephant.
No. You see, that's all misrepresentation.
Well, that's what it was on the web.
It's all misrepresentation. Because, yes, the first few questions are easy, but I'll bet you couldn't even answer the last 5 questions.
This reminds me of that part in Frost Nixon where Frost refused to back down until the president proved he knew what cows are.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's take a look at this test. Eleanor, you're barely lucid.
Okay.
You want to take a shot at this?
Sure.
Okay, great. Now, what is this animal?
Muscular dog.
Okay, and where are you right now?
Dogtown.
Sure. What day is it, Eleanor?
The dog days of summer, woof. Am I in Mensa?
Yeah, we'll send you that pin, yeah. Ambassador, you've dealt with a lot of the most powerful people in the world. What percentage of world leaders can recognize a dog?
Or are we living in a post-dog recognition world order, Ambassador?
It's a first. There are, to my knowledge, no world rankings of leaders and how they have fared on this test.
Well, it's definitely a race for second place, considering Trump can tap his finger when he hears the letter A. Turning now to Portland, Oregon, where masked, camouflaged federal agents without ID badges are arresting protesters and throwing them in unmarked vehicles.
So now we're complaining about free rides, okay. The acting Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security justified the action this way.
The reason we advance other DHS law enforcement officers is because there is intelligence locally generated that there were going to be threats to federal facilities.
Exactly. If we know someone is going to throw a bottle at a federal building, we have to switch to martial law.
Well, we've seen many pages taken out of the autocrat's playbook in this administration. The demonization of minorities, pitting parts of society against one another, branding journalists the enemy of the people. But this has a novel dimension to it, but it's really quite chilling.
And I just gotta say, the execution here, too, is sloppy. I know how secret polices should work. My homeowners association has a stealth aircraft to enforce their rules, and I never noticed their presence. Just one day, there's a house with the wrong shade of fence. Next day, crater. Moving on, as the next stimulus discussion revs up, we all know corporations deserve to survive more than people. But some theater artists are trying to get their greedy little jazz hands on money earmarked for suffering multinationals. Broadway actors are mobilizing too, including Alex Boniello, the star of shows including Dear Evan Hansen. He has taken to Twitter to rally support for extending an expansion of unemployment insurance.
These theater types clearly don't realize the halls of power are populated entirely by the high school classmates who resented them the most.
If we're going to give handouts to greedy Broadway actors, we should also give it to the media conglomerates that air our one-of-a-kind theater.
All right, now I am fresh off the bus from my high-powered job in Washington, looking to make it big in New York media.
Out of my way, Mac. I gotta go report on a story. Geez, I wish I was behind a desk, but who'd be my co-anchor? A woman on her own can't be a host. A woman and a man who might be in love will do the most.
A story says a thing won't happen. I think it might. I'm a pundit. It don't matter if I'm wrong or right.
Ambassador, any notes?
Speechless.